All right, all you amazing and wonderful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Standalone Gaming. Today we're going to be playing Final Fantasy X on our Final Fantasy Fridays. We are on episode 22. Assuming there'll only be a couple more. We are close to the end of the main storyline. We'll definitely do some post-game stuff. But in the last episode, we discovered that the Faith was dreaming, that they want to stop their dream, which implies Titus as well, because Titus is a dream of the fantasy world that Xanarkand used to be. We attacked Sin using the Hymn of the Faith and the airship. The airship took off literally both of Sin's arms, then crash landed into the outskirts of Bavel, and now we are trying to defeat Sin.
Man, we must have hit that thing enough by now.
So with that being said,
early to start selling.
Pretty sure all we gotta do is find another cutscene for Pops, and then we should be able to go all the way down and enter Sin. So let's walk back out this way.
This isn't over.
We have to find a cutscene for Pops. Now, I'm not 100% sure if we have to find a cutscene for Pops or if we just have to travel back to the bridge, which is definitely a possibility.
Sin still lives.
But yeah, we'll take a quick look around, and if we don't find anything, we'll go back to the bridge, and I assume that will continue the storyline. Pretty sure at this point we just have to go back to the bridge. I just like taking a walk around the ship.
I wonder if Sir Jack is in pain.
Let's just end this quickly. The Faith said they'd help us, right?
It bothers me the way they said that.
Huh?
I mean, they've been fighting alongside us this whole time, but now they say they'll help?
I guess so.
Wait. Sin is reborn when Yu Yevon merges with an Aeon. Isn't that right? If I summon an Aeon, Yu Yevon will join with it. But at first, it'll be small, won't it?
Yeah. Then we might be able to beat it without the final summoning.
I don't know. What if Yu Yevon jumps again?
Then we'll take it down again. We'll fight him until there's no place left to run.
I never thought it would come down to this.
Yeah, I know. Hey, the Faith, they're tired of this whole thing too. Let's let them rest.
The Faith said it's pointless to keep dreaming. The dream will disappear, he said. What did he mean? And what is it that Yu Yevon is summoning from within Sin?
The dream of the Faith.
You won't go away, will you?
You guys! Come look! Something's happening to Sin!
Eject. He's waiting for you.
Well, son, the main gun is still busted. We can't give you any cover fire.
Hey, just take us in. We'll do the rest.
All right. Take us up, flush to the mouth. No mistakes, or I'm gonna tear out that mop you call hair.
Trust me. Me take you there. No problem, yeah?
Let's get ready to blitz!
Our father's wishes. Let's make them come true.
All right. So with that, they kick you out of the bridge. Pretty sure you just have to walk back in. Let's toss in a quick save. And talk to Sid. Counting on you, kid. All right. So if it's not in the list, I assume this means we walk out to the deck at the top of the page. Now at this point in time, before we head out to the deck, I'm going to go ahead and use all my spear points. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do this quick, and then I will be back shortly. All right, so there is one thing I'd like to point out. If you go to Lulus Spear here, towards the end of her sphere grid, you've got Viagra and stuff like that. But if you also look down here, there is the ability double cast. Now, double cast is very good you can use it on any black magic, like Viagra and stuff like that. But it specifically shines once you unlock Flare. Now, Flare is up here, and you can double cast Flare. Flare is essentially non-elemental, so it will do more damage, and it also has higher damage in general than Thundaga and stuff like that. Yeah, if you can get your, half MP cost or 1 MP cost and double cast, you become a very tough opponent. So I definitely recommend getting this down here, double cast. You can go ahead and unlock that with 1 level 3 spear and 1 level 4 spear, and then you can unlock this. Now, if you have level 2 spheres on top of that, you can get these extra stat points here. Not super important. Most of these aren't really for magic. 2 defense things and 2 speed. So there is an attack and a strength over there. So if you'd like that later with one of your melee guys, if they ever make it to Lulus Spear grid. But I highly recommend getting this. And then you can go ahead and use one of your, I think it's special. I think it's a special sphere. This one. And I believe you can have, like, Yuna, say for example, could go ahead and use special sphere or skill sphere, and then pick up this double cast without even having to come over here. So in that situation, we can have double cast on both Lulu and Yuna, and both have them double casting Thundaga and stuff like that. And later, we have another black magic sphere. We can also get Yuna a flare. So definitely very good things to have. So keep that in mind as we progress further into the game. Will that happen before we defeat Sin? I'm not sure, but we'll definitely be getting into that at some point. So let me go ahead and save. I usually like to save after I use my skill spheres, just because I don't got to do it again. That being said, let's hop up here.
I'm coming for you, Dad.
Now, this boss is super difficult for a few reasons. One, he's so far away, he's out of range. Number 2, means you can only attack him with ranged attacks. Number 2 is if he gets to his overdrive, you can see he has 140,000 HP. If he gets to his overdrive, I'm not 100% sure it will kill you outright, but I'm fairly certain it will be close to annihilating your whole team. So just keep that in mind. I'm fairly certain if he gets his overdrive, it's death. Doesn't matter. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's been a while since I've done this boss, but I remember it being very bad. So you have to beat him before that. So let's go ahead and use Hastiga. Use fire. We will go ahead and guard with orange so we can get some spear points. Now at this point, I still don't think it's close enough. You just want to keep attacking. Yeah, definitely still not close enough. So we'll swap him out for Waka. We'll let Waka get a hit in. As you can see, he still only does 900. Not very good. We will bring Kamari out. Kamari has haste. Go ahead and use haste on Waka. Yuna again, she still got her casting. Just keep casting fire. Doing a decent amount of damage there, but definitely don't think it's good enough. Let's go ahead and swap Walk out for Lulu. Lulu's got black magic also. I want to get some of that in there. she's hitting stronger for what she's doing, so. Go ahead and keep casting fire. As I said, he's got a ton of health. Keep going. Your goal is to just try to burn him as quick as possible. Make sure it's Viagra. So we're definitely getting a lot of damage in here, which is good. Before he gets to go again, he's already down to 90,000. But he's not even, if you think about it, he's not even halfway. So. Ooh, when did Kamari get turned to stone? I was wondering why he didn't get a turn. Oh, okay, so let's go white magic. Asuna. I was wondering why he wasn't getting a turn. I'm sorry about that. I was hoping to swap him out, and it just didn't work out, I guess. Go for her overdrive real quick, since we're lost a few turns at Kamari there. I was hoping to get Riku out. That's not too bad. I just want to test something real quick. Okay, so he is close enough for melee attacks now. Let's go ahead and bring out Orin. We will use Armor Break. Bring out Riku here. We will use our Albed Potion. Orin attack. He's getting, I think he's at least 2 or 3 turns away from his special there. Go ahead, bring Titus out just so we can use Hastiga again. Get more attacks for everybody. Attack with Orin. Bring out Yuna. Yuna, use her magic. Once he gets down to about 15,000, we will grand summon Bahamut and see if we can get an overkill. Now we're definitely close. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it, but we're going to be close for sure. I think we'll get it, just barely. All right, let's grand summon boy Bahamut. Let's go ahead and use his Mega Flare. Boom, overkill, 22,000. Yeah, you stand strong. Bunch of sphere points. Level 3 key spheres. We need a bunch of those.
Dad, where are you?
And now we are inside Sin.
Then we will. Let me take front.
Good luck.
Follow me.
Now this is the first part in this game where your map isn't already set forward for you. So go ahead and save. And essentially it's walking in the dark. It's a bunch of fog. As you can see, if you look at the map, it doesn't tell you exactly which way to go. Once you unlock stuff or unlock the area, it will show up then. But essentially it does not show you where you're going. There's a bunch of new bosses, or mini bosses if you could say. This is one of them, called Animan Toys. And he's got 54,000 HP. So look, if you look, fire damage will heal him. And he also is very armored. You have to use armor break. And I wouldn't say he's super tough, but he can be the first time you're in here. When you're in here and you haven't like maximized stats or nothing like that, he can be tough. So just keep that in mind. Now I highly recommend using armor break immediately. Get that on there. Now your normal attacks with Titus and Orange should do very good. As you can see, he hits like a truck. 1200 just melee. If you want, you can also use magic or mental break. Reduces his magic defense. And now between Titus getting about 5,000 and Yuna getting about 5,000, he should go fairly quickly. You can also cast haste, but I recommend saving that mana. Now he has this move, Earthquake, which is rough. It hits everybody for almost 1,000. He also has a like Dragon's Breath type move, which hits everyone for like 1,500. So keep those things in mind as you're progressing. This is the breath right here. As you can see, it hit her, Yuna, who has magic defense, for 900, but hit everyone else who doesn't have magic defense for 1,500. So definitely a strong move. If you struggle with this guy, I recommend using haste. You'll have more moves before he gets to attack. And if you're having too much difficulty, I recommend you stay near the save spear in the beginning. This one, that's right down here. You can just walk out, touch the save spear, and all your statuses will be healed. You need to farm. Go ahead and farm right here at the entrance. But if you're going to progress through, there's a few treasure chests in here. I don't think there's anything that's like super important that you need to get, but we will get them. But yeah, everything in this area hits very hard or causes status. So
Enough.
at this point, Oran's hitting like a truck, so we can one-shot those mushrooms. If you do not one-shot the mushroom, or if you try to attack with anything else that does not one-shot them, they have a chance to do counterattacks, and the counterattack causes poison and confusion, I believe, so you definitely want to watch out for that if you're not able to one-shot them at that point. You also get to run into these guys, Gemini, A and B. You definitely want to try to kill one of them as soon as possible. You read the information up there, or the help up in the top, it says they can have a double Reaper, and that's definitely not fun to deal with. So if you want to fight these guys, highly recommend haste right off the bat. Now if you look, it says that they are this one is strong versus fire and lightning, so that'll both heal him, and this one is strong versus water and ice. So if you're going to attack one, make sure you're picking whichever attack you need. Highly recommend armor break and mental break on both. Whichever one you're attacking first, definitely recommend taking that one out first. I'm pretty sure once you take one out, they also get buffed, or whichever one's left gets buffed. So watch out for that as well. Now we ran into an issue right here, where the Brotherhood that Titus is using is actually going to heal the monster. Now that you took out one, they can't do double Reaper, which is fantastic. Toss a cure on herself. We should be able to take this last one out fairly quickly. So I definitely recommend haste on those guys just because of how their attacks work. So the more time you have in between where you can heal, the better. Now this is like your first split. I think if you go off to the left, it goes to a treasure chest. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip this fight. I'm going to complete it. I'm just going to skip it out of the video. And all the repeating fights, I will also skip out of the video. So I'll see you guys shortly. Now, if you see these waterfalls, you cannot run up them. That means there is another path around to get to those. Now, usually this symbol means that there's... Okay, so what I was going to say is that this symbol means that there's a split in the road. And usually there's more than one path. So there's this path up here, and there's one that goes off to the left or the right back there. Now we want to go down this way. It should lead to a treasure chest. Alright, so from here, there's two paths you can take. You can go off to the left here. Treasure chest. Phantom ring. Now I'm fairly certain that is for Yuna. Now as you can see, Phantom ring is actually fairly good. You get Water Eater, Fire Eater, and Lightning Eater. So essentially the only element that she wouldn't be immune to would be, you know, Ice Eater. And you know, later on in the game you can actually put Ice Eater on here. So if you're ever, you know, being attacked by some kind of elemental, she can essentially just obtain health from that fight. You wouldn't even be attacked. So definitely recommend at least keeping that, holding on to it for a rainy day. Come down to the south a little bit more. There is another treasure chest. Now you want to be careful, because once you approach these waterfalls, they can be with the camera angles, they can be pretty tricky, and you'll end up walking down one of them and you didn't mean to. So just keep an eye out. If you walk down this path right here, it will take us all the way back to the beginning. Sometimes it's useful. Say, for example, right now, I used a lot of my MP and stuff, so if I wanted to, I could go ahead and hop down here. Just keep in mind, if you hop down this waterfall, you're essentially starting over. It'll be right back at the beginning. So just keep that in mind. We're not going to go ahead and do that. We're going to head back up. There's a few more paths I want to take. As you can see, even in the distance over there, there's 2 treasure chests. So we want to make sure that we're grabbing those.
Live and let live!
There's also a secondary save point later on in this map, and you could go ahead and farm there as well. So if you want, you could go into battles like this and be like, okay, well, I know I'm going to have a tough time, and go ahead and flee. But you also got to keep in mind that you have to make sure that you're not getting ambushed at that same point. So if you're getting ambushed all the time, flee is not going to help you. Now off to the left, here's another treasure chest. We get an elixir. And right there by those stairs in the background, I don't know if you saw it, there's a save sphere. So you want to keep going through. There's going to be another path right here. And essentially, if you want to go to that save sphere, all you got to do is go to the right, to the east on your map.
I'll be right back.
But we're not going to do that right away. There's 2 more treasure chests we want to get. One is down, not down this way. Make me look stupid. There's one down this way though, I believe. Yep, right here. Level 3 key sphere. Head down this way. Oof. Now this guy, I highly recommend you do not fight. For a few reasons. One, he's got almost 70,000 health. And if you look at the help, it says retaliates with meteor when defeated. That meteor hits for a boatload of damage. If you're not ending this fight with max health on like Orin, 5,000 HP, even that might be killed. So he could potentially one-shot your entire party once you defeat him. And you do not want to risk that chance. If you're farming and you want to risk it, go ahead. If you're trying to push through to the save point, I highly recommend you flee from this guy up until you get near a save point. Now there's one more treasure chest here, and I believe that is the last one. Do not fall down the waterfall. There's no need to fall down any of the waterfalls in this.
I'll be right back.
And now we just have to push to that save sphere. Alright, so now we're here at the save sphere. Definitely recommend saving. Go up, save immediately. If you are uncomfortable with any of your party stats at this moment, I highly recommend you farm some more. So with that being said, we're going to farm a little bit. Now the reason being is once you go up onto these stairs and try to progress further, there is a mini boss. So keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and farm here for a little bit, and I will see you guys shortly right before we get to the boss. Alright, so we are back. So a few things first. I did some extra farming. I went ahead and grabbed everybody's overdrive, first of all. Everybody's full overdrive. Secondly, I went through on Lulus tree. We got her to unlock flare and double cast. Double cast is down here. I went through this whole area, got flare. It was probably only about 20 spear levels, so finished that up because we only need to go out outside of here and then through this, and then that's it. So we got flare. Once I learned flare on Lulu, I used a black magic sphere, and now I have flare on Yuna as well. I also used a special sphere down here to unlock double cast for Yuna. Now, the reason you want double cast is because it works with any dark magic. Flare is considered dark magic, whereas once you finish Yuna's tree, she has a move called Holy, which is very strong, but you cannot double cast it. It's considered white magic. So if you have flare as well, you can double cast flare now. So you can also double cast Ultima over here once you unlock it. My plan is to come up with Riku, unlock it that way, and use a black magic sphere on Yuna. Eventually I'll get everything on Lulu as well, but Yuna has the cures and magic right now, so she's pretty useful. Wakka's trailing behind. He's almost completed his own sphere grid. He's the only one that might not have beat his own sphere grid so far. Lulu just finished hers. Orin is in Titus's now. He's almost, I don't want to say halfway through, probably about a third of the way through. I'm kind of trying to wait for this luck sphere here so we can get a fortune sphere. We'll see if I decide to wait or not, but he's got 5 points I can use. Damari is still going through Titus's now, so he's almost done. And Titus is almost fully through Orin's. I think this is the last part of Orin's he has to go through. At least for this part. I think he has to backtrack for the earlier stages of Orin down here, which we should definitely do so we can get armor break and stuff like that. But we are almost done there too. Riku finished her own tree. Gives her bribe. We got mug already, and I took her up over here. There's a level 1 key sphere here, and we got Pilfer Gill. Now Pilfer Gill is essentially the same thing as mug, except I think you steal coins or money. Gill in this case. And then I was gonna bring her up through the center here and unlock Ultima, and then I can actually have her, after we unlock Ultima, go straight up. And I believe this is Titus's tree right here, and we can send her through Titus's tree. So that's all down the road a little bit. Might beat the game before that, but you know, once we get through to post game, that'll definitely be important. So go ahead and save it, and make sure you have the correct team. We're gonna go with Titus. Let's go with Wakka for now, and then we'll go with Yuna. Let's go up. Oh man, it looks like Seymour.
Don't you ever give up?
Sin has chosen me. I am part of Sin. I am one with Sin forever. Immortal.
Sin just absorbed you.
I will learn to control it from within. I have all the time in the world.
Since you were gracious enough to dispose of Yunalesca, the only means of destroying Sin is forever gone. Now nothing can stop us.
What a psycho.
Well, we can.
By all means, try. You should thank me. Your death means your father's life.
All right. So once again, Seymour doing his thing. So at this stage of the game, it is kind of tough to fight this guy, but surprisingly also easy at the same time, because he doesn't really do any status ailments or anything like that. But what you can see is in the background he has these boards. So all the boards that are facing him is basically what his status is, or his element is. So with that being said, that means he's currently fire, so as you can see his weakness will be ice. So I think melee attacks are normal. You can go ahead and do normal melee attacks. And then I believe he'll start casting magic. But that being said, let's go ahead and showcase double cast real quick. We got Blizzaga. The only downside of double cast is it will take double the mana because they're casting twice the spells. So with the beauty of the half magic or half MP cost, you're actually getting the same amount of mana cost for almost double the amount of damage. So as you can see, he casts Fire Aga, and he actually hits really hard. And I believe he double casts them. Or he casts it on the whole party. Oh, okay, so he casts it 4 times. Good to know. That is not fun. Go ahead and use a Phoenix down. Now what you could do here, make sure you get your haste up on your party. You can use Yuna to cast Shell on the entire party. And in that case, you'd be able to use items to restore your health. Go ahead and toss the Mega Potion real quick. Get everybody up. Continue to cast Shell on the party. Cast Haste on Waka. Now at this point of the game, if you have something like Fire Eater on something, you can go ahead and, or say for example you have Thunder Eater on something, you can go ahead and hit the panels in the back and it would change the attacks that Seymour does. On the plus side here, I know for Yuna, we just picked up this, so we got Water Eater, Fire Eater, and Lightning Eater on this. So if he continues to cast fire now, it will actually heal Yuna. We're going to end up pulling Waka out. Pull Waka out, bring in Orin. See if we can do armor break. I'm not sure if he'll be immune or not, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. Not immune, so that means now we can do doubly damage with Titus. Other characters. You can go ahead and double cast Flare on him. See if we can double showcase Flare real quick. As you can see, it does do a decent amount more damage. We're doing about 4,000, whereas the Viagra and the Blizzaga was only doing like 2 grand.
Salvation for the damned. Rest in peace in eternal darkness.
So unfortunately now he went ahead and dispelled all of our haste, all of our shell, everything. So we can go ahead real quick and try to get that back up. Go ahead and cast Shell on Titus. We will cast Shell on Orin as well. And then hopefully we can go ahead and cast, or we'll leave Yuna the same. I think when he's all lit up like this, that means he's going to cast Flare himself. Or even Ultima. I forget exactly which one it is, but both of those are very dangerous. But let's go ahead and showcase Holy real quick. As you can see, that did an amazing amount of damage, 7,300. Amazing. So we can go ahead and do, let's see if we can do magic break. We already have armor break on there. If we do magic break, maybe we can reduce some of the damage he does, which we cannot. He's immune. Figured as much. Go ahead and mug with Titus. Supreme Gem. Yeah, it's Ultima. So this hits your whole party. Titus has Shell. Yuna's probably dead. Orin might survive. Ooh, Orin's the only one that did survive. Let's hope he doesn't get to go again. Go ahead, Mega Phoenix right off the bat. Get everybody back up. It's definitely not our best favor to be hurting here. Now he's using water attacks, so he's going to use Water Guy. Actually, that might be ice. The light blue is probably water, but we will see. I'm assuming he's going to go ahead and use either water or ice. So it looks like it's ice. So you can see right there it says plus for him, which means it will give him health. Is ice, and fire is his weakness. So that's pretty good. We could probably see if mental break will work here. Means magic damage should do more to him. We'll mug him real quick. Try to see if we can get another Supreme Gem by the end. We could go ahead and cast Holy again, but what we're gonna do is actually cast. Let's go for Shell on Titus. We will attack with Orin. Now I'm pretty sure Yuna has Water Eater, so she does not have Ice Eater though. So this means he's getting ready to do another attack, but luckily he's only got 3,000 HP. We're gonna go ahead and just mug him quick. Got a Shining Gem, and he should be completed. And that is the last Seymour fight. So he's kind of annoying throughout the entire game. It's nice to be able to beat him one last time and have him be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Now, Yuna, send him.
Right.
So, it is you, after all, who will send me. But even after I am gone, Spira's sorrow will prevail.
Sin will be right behind you.
All right, so this means that we build up our inventory space. So take that, get rid of that, and now we are even deeper inside Sin. So you can run back out. There's the save spear. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. We just beat that boss. But that'll be the end of this episode. If you liked the episode, or if you learned something, or if I helped you get some treasure, please leave a like. I totally appreciate that. And if you want to see more content, or you like the idea of Final Fantasy Fridays, where I post a lot of Final Fantasy stuff on Fridays, subscribe to my channel. So with that being said, thank you for watching, thank you for your time, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Take care.